All right. Hello, everyone. We'll wait for everyone to join us today. I'm so excited to be hosting and moderating our second ClearPitch of 2022. It's also one of my most favorite ClearPitch events because it is in honor of International Women's Day and Women's History Month, something that we should be celebrating every single day. So this ClearPitch will be celebrating all female founders and women-owned businesses who are breaking through ceilings and setting new standards and narratives within the D2C space. So my name is Tori. I'm from ClearCo. I lead our partner marketing. And I'm really excited about this ClearPitch because we have some incredible partners co-hosting this with us today. We have Attentive, Gorgias, IFundWomen, new incubation ventures at the Estee Lauder companies, and Hannah Gray. So over the next hour and a half, we'll be hearing from three very exciting female founders who have been selected as finalists to pitch their business today based on innovation in their respective verticals and excellence in online performance. Each finalist will have 10 minutes to pitch their business, followed by Q&A from our judges. Our judges panel today includes 5 incredible females, incredible women doing incredible things in D2C. So I'm very excited to have everyone meet them today. So first, our finalists, we have Philomena Kane. She is the founder of Cahn Apparel, a functional apparel brand that's revolutionizing hair care with fashion and inclusion. So Philomena was born in the Bronx, raised in Ghana by her grandmother, and Philomena stresses her appreciation for her Ghanaian culture. While in college, she started a hair care YouTube channel teaching Black women how to embrace their natural selves. The channel has amassed over 200,000 subscribers, a community that she calls the Kin Folk, which she leveraged to begin Cahn Apparel. Second up, our second finalist, very, very excited to introduce or chat about Renee Powers, who is our founder of the Feminist Book Club. So Renee Powers has been obsessed with feminist theory and feminist literature since her first women's studies class in 2005. Renee started Feminist Book Club in 2018 as a way to bring together intersectional readers across the world. The monthly subscription box pairs feminist books selected by community members with products from small businesses owned by women, queer, BIPOC, and gender nonconforming people. Feminist Book Club donates 5% of total revenue to different social justice organizations each month. Incredible. And our third finalist, very excited to chat through today with Julie Hackett, our principal founder and managing partner of Name Stories. So as principal founder of Name Stories, Julie Hackett has dedicated most of her waking hours to onomastics, the origins of proper names, for over 10 years. As a second-generation Irish American, storytelling truly runs in Julie's blood. Name Stories is an e-commerce, D2C, print-on-demand, personalized gifts and home accents company. We're so excited to hear you pitch today, Julie. So very warm welcome to our finalists. And I just want to chat through the prize package that they will be competing for today. So the winning finalists will walk away with a variety of tools and services to put towards their business growth. This includes a $25,000 cash prize courteous of ClearCo and Estee Lauder, a private session with the Estee Lauder new Incubation Ventures team, 3 months free with Gorgias, 1 year of educational services and resources from IFundWomen, and an extended 60-day trial with Attentive. This is an incredible prize package, and we are so excited, and thank you to our partners to contribute to this package today. So now, very, very thrilled to bring on our judges. So I'm going to bring our judges on one by one to introduce themselves and the company that they're at and discuss why they're excited to be here today. So first up, Shanna Randava from Estee Lauder.
Hi, Tori.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to join all of these women today and meet the new brands. Just background on New Incubation Ventures. It's a new capability that we built out over the past year, which is allowing us to work earlier on in the life cycle of emerging brands and allowing us to partner with exciting founders that are driving the future of beauty. And then hopefully one day allowing them to enter into our portfolio of brands.
Amazing, Shanna. Thanks so much. We're so excited to have you here. Great. Next up, we're going to bring up Bobak.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mia. I'm a technology partner manager here at Gorgias, where I manage our lovely tech partners to achieve joint business objectives. I am so excited to be here today. Shout out Tori and the ClearCo team for putting together such an amazing event. A little bit of background on Gorgias. We're the #1 Shopify help desk for e-commerce brands because we were built for e-commerce brands to have a seamless omni-channel support strategy and turn their customer support into a profit center. So excited for today.
Thanks so much, Mia. Jessica, can we get you on the stage to introduce yourself?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jessica Peltz. I'm the founding partner of Hannah Gray. We are a pre-seed venture capital firm based in New York and Denver, investing in entrepreneurs really redefining everyday experiences. So looking at a lot of themes around consumer, commerce, healthcare wellness, Web3, future of work, fintech, education, and SaaS. So thrilled to be here. I also co-founded Women in VC, which we've grown into the world's largest community for women in venture capital. We're now over 4,000 women across over 65 countries. So just always thrilled to be supporting women entrepreneurs and elevating their visions and missions, and happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Incredible. Thanks so much, Jessica. Next up, Cahn.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much, Tori and the ClearCo team, for having me. You guys it's so exciting to be here with you on Women's History Month. And I'm Cahn. I'm the founder and CEO of IFundWomen. IFundWomen is the go-to funding marketplace for women-owned businesses and all of the people who want to fund and support them. Since we started 5 years ago, we've empowered early stage women entrepreneurs to raise well over $135 million in early stage capital that they would have not had access to if we didn't stand up a shingle and start our business 5 years ago. And those businesses have created 30,000 new jobs for our economy. So we're super proud of our impact metrics and very proud to be here funding women entrepreneurs with ClearCo.
Incredible. Thanks so much, Cahn. I love that story. And last but not least, Allison Kelly.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here today to celebrate the innovation that women bring to the industry, specifically around D2C e-commerce brands. I'm so happy to be able to also to be partnered with Tori and the team over at ClearPitch. I'm Allison Kelly, our VP of Partnerships here at Attentive. For those of you that may not be familiar with Attentive, we are the leading SMS marketing platform across the Shopify Plus and Shopify space. We work with over 6,000 brands, and all of our clients are seeing just a massive amount of success in leveraging SMS as a channel to be able to better connect what they want to be able to tap into in their communications with consumers on one of the most intimate devices that we all use on a day in, day out basis, our mobile phone. I've spent 10 years in technology startups, working from pre-seed fund stages all the way up through where Attentive is, and have seen a massive amount of growth being at a company like Attentive and going from a Series A company all the way up through a Series C and seeing that hyper growth that also our business has had. I love being able to work and empower other women and be able to also to explore new avenues for innovation and growth on the technology front together, as well as on the D2C e-commerce space. So thanks so much for having me. Excited to be a judge today.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Allison. An incredible and stellar lineup of judges. These women have accomplished so much in their life and have so much valuable insight and expertise to share. So thank you everyone for being with us. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to dive into our pitches. So first up, very excited to introduce Philomena Kane, the founder of Cahn Apparel. Get Philomena on the line.
Hello, can you hear me? All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Philomena Kane. I am the founder of Cahn Apparel, where we are revolutionizing hair care with fashion and inclusion. So this is me last October on the season 13 premiere of Shark Tank. As you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie, standing next to a hoodie, but it's not just any hoodie. I want y'all to remember this. All hoodies are not created equal. And it's because of this material right here, satin, that this company was born. But before we get into that, let's talk about where it started. So this is my natural hair journey. And a lot of Black women share this collective experience called a natural hair journey, where we say no to toxic chemicals altering our natural hair texture, and we start embracing our natural hair the way it grows out of our scalp. For me, that journey started in 2014. I was a freshman in college and my hair started falling out because I was stressed and I was not taking care of it. So I chopped it all off. So that's me in the middle over there with no hair, but I was rocking that hairstyle, okay? I became obsessed with educating myself on natural hair practices, so much so that I started a YouTube channel helping Black women embrace their natural selves with fun and informative hair care videos. The YouTube channel is almost at 200,000 subscribers, and day to day, I get comments from women saying, "Oh, you're motivating me, you're inspiring me to take care of my natural hair." So this really became a movement. So it was a switch from general products to being more intentional and specific about using products that cater to us. And one of those products became a satin lined hoodie. So what's the problem? The problem is traditional hoodies are made with cotton. And cotton is a material that absorbs the moisture in your hair, leaving it dry, frizzy, and prone to breakage. At Cahn Apparel, we line the hoods of our hoodies with satin, a soft and smooth material that by nature doesn't mess up your hair, but rather retains the moisture and keeps your style. So that's what I mean by all hoodies are not created equal. Satin protects your hair, so why not protect it with a hoodie by putting the satin in your hair? And we go a step further. We're really intentional about our hoodies. So not only are the hoods lined with satin, but also we make the hoods big enough to actually fit all your hair. Some Black people, our hair grows up. So it was always hard for me to find hoods that actually fit my hair. So at Cahn Apparel, we made it happen. This product spoke to a lot of people, and instantly people were hooked. And these are a few of our customers that we call the kinfolk as well. So whether you resonated with my story about just wanting to protect your hair and practice healthy hair care, or maybe you were Joanna and you just finished up your chemotherapy medication and you were looking for ways to nurture your fragile hair back to life. Or maybe you were baby Junior and your mom was fed up with all the tangles in your hair. Or maybe you're Philip and you work from home and you just want to keep comfortable and warm at home, but while knowing that you're protecting your hair as well. We have a diverse customer base, and this product really speaks to inclusivity. So our numbers, in 2020, when I started this brand, we made $246,000 with zero spend in marketing. In 2021, we shot up to 1.3 million. And in 2020, year to date, we are at $415,000. So a little more about our revenue. The green is 2021, and as you can see, we 5x'd our revenue growth from 2020 with little to no marketing, which I'll get into later. But I also want to say that we made over $500,000 before we appeared on Shark Tank. So this product was working, okay? People were loving it. And our inventory turnover ratio ended up being 0 at the end of the year. So that's why you see that little dip, because we simply had nothing else to sell. And here is a snapshot of Q1 in 2021 versus 2022. So as you can see, we had a 244% increase in revenue, and we're not even done with March yet. So how are we doing this? We do this direct to consumer on our e-commerce website called kinapparel.com. We currently have over 17,000 kinfolk who have purchased with us. 20% are returning customers, and we have over 22,000 orders. A little bit of our unit economics. So our average order value is $90. When this company was started, our customer acquisition costs were 0, and I'll get into that later. And we actually recently started testing paid advertising. We're seeing about a $14 CPA, but like I said, we just started testing. So our goal is definitely to lower that number, and 70%, and we have a 70% profit margin on our hoodies. All right, so what's our marketing strategy? So I love digital marketing, and I am able to sell this product on social media such as Instagram, TikTok, and a lot via email marketing. All right, so how are we doing this? All right, so I basically create memes that sell the product. For 3 years, I was the marketing director of incredible hair care company. I helped the company make multi-millions with my digital marketing skills. So when I left in 2020 to pursue Kin Apparel, I just brought together my love of digital marketing with my love of hair care and just blew up this company. So these are a few of our memes that went viral, and we also have a lot of viral videos as well. So the virality of this product just shows that when people see it, they want it and they buy. All right, so because of that, 50% of our customers come from social media, 30% from email marketing, and 20% are direct. And we are not just a hoodie company. Our goal is to build a satin empire, and we're doing so with developing new products that protect your hair and are also patented. So over here we have our patent pending satin bonnet pillowcase. We have our sold out beanies and our sold out patent pending satin car headrest covers. So we would love to listen to our customers and innovate products that they want. And we are direct to consumer, but we also believe we can have a multi-channel approach as well. So B2B. The corporate gifting market is worth $242 billion. And we realize that this is the perfect gift because it's not just a hoodie. There's intention behind the product. It's not just a hoodie, it's hair care. And companies like Disney, owned CLX Gaming Company, Barilla Pasta Company, and my alma mater, Princeton University, have all came to us for wholesale orders. And this product also speaks to a lot of employee resource groups who are committed to diversity and inclusion. And this product is amazing for that. And another thing, we are the perfect brand for hair care brands to partner with as well. When people think about hair care, they might think of bottled hair care products like shampoos and conditioners, but we bring another level to that. We bring apparel and accessories. So we're not a competitor to traditional hair care brands. We're actually complementary. And actually, recently we partnered with an up-and-coming P&G hair care brand to collaborate on satin-lined apparel for their product launches. So we're more like an upsell as well. So there are so many growth opportunities for Kin Apparel. Currently, we need money because we need money to put into inventory and marketing. Our goal this year is to make $5 million. And in order to do that, we're gonna need to put money into paid advertising and also influencer marketing. When it comes to our competitors, we're really in a league of our own. You might find some brands selling satin-lined hoodies, but we're not really concerned with just selling hoodies. We are building a brand. So our competitors aren't really on our level at all. And when it comes to accessories, there are phenomenal brands like Grace Alihe and Hair Umbrella, but we like to think of ourselves as the next generation of satin hair care accessories. And we have the team to do it. I'm Philomena Kane, the founder. I love marketing. Alyssa Gallardi is our head of operations, and she is such a numbers person. Love her. She's great at logistics. And we just hired a Shaki Reed, who is going to use her creativity and her copywriting skills to grow our marketing channels. And we also have 5 contractors as well. So the time is now. Okay, we're not just a hair care brand, we're not just an apparel brand, we are both. And we're bridging the gap between fashion and functionality with satin. And I can't wait to see where we go from here. Thank you.
Amazing. Philomena, incredible product, and that's incredible growth. I'd love to see that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of course. So we're going to bring on our judges one by one to ask 1 to 2 questions about your pitch, starting with Shanna.
Hi, Philomena. I love the presentation. You already have a future consumer. I struggle with, I've textured hair as well, so it's a pain point for sure. Because of, we are brand builders, I'd be curious as to, as you evolve the brand, what will the brand world of Kin be and how will you foster that equity?
Oh, yes. So I really want when people think, you know what, I wish this product was satin lined. Like every time people think about protecting their hair with a product, I want Kin Apparel to be that household name that they think about. So that's why we didn't just stop at hoodies. Like we're going into your car, we're going into your bedroom, we're going into like everywhere. So we're trying to sprinkle satin everywhere that makes sense to protect your hair. So in the future of Kin Apparel is very bright. I want us to be a satin empire.
Thank you, and congratulations on everything so far.
Thank you.
Hi, Philomena. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the IFundWomen Slack, internal team Slack was blowing up because we're about to order merch. We've been voting on merch and everyone's like, we want those hoodies. So you will be getting an order from IFundWomen.
Thank you.
So I know you mentioned you have patents pending on the other products besides the hoodie, but I didn't hear if you had patent on the hoodie.
Yeah, so we don't have a patent on the hoodie. Mainly, we did try, but because this is a hoodie that can, so putting satin in hoodies can be replicated. So we didn't want to make design patents for all of our hoodies because people can easily make satin lined hoodies, but our hoodies are of quality and we also just make the brand speak for itself. We want to own the industry and we're doing that now so that when you think of satin lined hoodies, you go straight to Kin Apparel instead of like a knockoff brand.
Okay, so I have a follow-up. So I get that and I get the patent thing. So you know you're going to have like 8,000 copycats if you don't already. What's your exit plan? If you guys are hot, you're growing, what's the plan to exit?
If we're hot and we're growing, I really want to be able to sell to a bigger hair care conglomerate because I want this product to like live on. I don't want people to like go elsewhere. And I do know copycats are coming, but I do want it to go to like a bigger hair care company so that they can even make it bigger than maybe I can make it.
I love that. Just one hot tip is like, think beyond hair care. Just think of all the apparel companies who service your market who might want this. So congratulations. There's a massive potential. My advice to you is like, copycats are coming, exit as fast as you can and make as much money as you can. Congratulations though, you're crushing it.
Thank you.
Hi, I love the feedback of just make as much as money as you can and just run with it. Well played. Amazing pitch, just super articulate. I feel like you anticipated a lot of my questions, which is awesome. I definitely agree around the defensibility and the copycats coming. So just thinking through like how do you really create an emotional connection with your consumers and your community. So it doesn't matter if they're copycat competitors because they want to be part of your brand and your brand ethos. So my question is around inventory management, especially when you're growing so quickly. How do you think about inventory management and customer service if you do sell out? And have you explored different ways to take in non-dilutive capital to help manage and maintain inventory?
Yeah, so in 2020, we were fortunate enough to get a grant for 2 grants that equaled $70,000 to go towards funding inventory. Right now, when it comes to inventory management, we are on the lookout to hire a project manager to handle strictly inventory. In addition, we also have partnered with ShipBob, and ShipBob is a fulfillment company that houses our apparel and also ships them as well. And we also have an email marketing agency and a customer service agency that handles like all the customer service that is coming on. So we don't really hire like internally in the office. We do like hiring third party to take care of this because they have bigger teams.
Got it. And where do you get your materials from? Where are you doing your manufacturing and distribution?
From China for now.
Got it. Cool. Congratulations. Awesome early traction.
Thank you.
Hi, Philomena. How are you?
I am good. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good as well. So amazing pitch. You've obviously amassed an amazing following on social with super loyal customers. And you mentioned wanting to becoming that satin empire. So that means, much more new products, which is so exciting. But can you talk to me a bit about when launching new products, how do you plan on engaging the community you've built and retaining them?
Oh, yes. So we are really big on Instagram. We love to create just really engaging videos. And one thing that we do is we have polls. So we will put out a poll on our story and we'll say, what do you want next? And people will answer, and then we'll start iterating and then asking our consumers for like, all right, do you want this in this color or this color? So we're always including the kinfolk in everything that we create, because at the end of the day, they're the ones buying the product.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. Just engaging with that community. So thank you so much. Amazing presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Philomena. That was awesome and so great to see how much success you've had.
Thank you
Congrats.
so much.
On to our second finalist. Very excited to bring onto the stage Renee Powers, the founder of Feminist Book Club. Renee, take it away. Renee, you're on mute.
I'm a little nervous.
We got it now. Round two.
Let me bring up my notes again. All right. Thank you for allowing me to share today and bringing me into this venture. My name is Renee Powers, and I'm the founder of Feminist Book Club, where we bring together intersectional feminist readers to F up systems of oppression since 2018. I will keep it clean today, but please know that our website does have the uncensored tagline. Feminist Book Club is a media, e-commerce, and subscription service company that spotlights all things intersectional feminism, social justice, and literature. We encourage resistance through reading with our online community, blog, podcast, events, and signature monthly subscription service, which is what I'll be highlighting today. Our subscription box pairs monthly feminist books with products from women, queer, and minority small businesses. And we give back 5% of our total revenue to different social justice organizations each month. But before I get into all of that, I do want to share our mission and what drives every decision made within Feminist Book Club. On the grandest scale possible, we want to disrupt flows of capital through honest conversations facilitated by great feminist literature. And when I say capital, I don't mean just dollars. We're working to break down all systems of oppression, so things rerouting flows of social, intellectual, political, experiential, and of course, financial capital and more. But when our customers find us, they typically bring up one or more of these issues. They want to dive deeper into their social justice journey, but they don't know who to trust or where to start. Or they're not pleased with how big businesses and large media corporations are run, and they'd rather their money support organizations that align with their progressive values. Or we'll hear, I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing, even though I mean well. Thankfully, when they find us, we have exactly what they need. We are connecting audiences to diverse and high-quality intersectional resources and businesses that align with their values through our subscription box and our content platforms. And we lead with compassion. Everyone has to start somewhere on their social justice journey towards a more liberated world. And our online spaces are warm, welcoming, and they invite candid conversations in a safe and private platform. So why books and why a book subscription? Well, first, the book industry was one of the few that not only survived, but thrived throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, the book industry is a nearly $25 billion industry, and it's still growing. And as far as how people get their books, in 2021, book subscription boxes saw a 25% increase in sales. We saw more. And that's not surprising though, right? Because people are becoming more and more accustomed to subscription services like subscribe and save options, meal kits, streaming memberships. In fact, 205 million Americans have at least one subscription service, and that itself is a nearly $500 billion industry. And to answer that Forbes question, it's women. Women are reading the books. And of those women that are reading, we're going for a specific market. 18 million women ages 24 to 45 in the US identify as feminists, and 14 million of them read more than 5 books a year. And because of our $55 price point for our boxes, we're targeting women who earn over $75,000 a year. And we're intersectional, so that means that we welcome and celebrate all genders, all races, all sexualities, religions, abilities, and backgrounds. So we know our market is out there, and we know that we're only scraping the surface so far. So who's already doing this? Literati is probably our biggest direct competitor. They just raised a $40 million Series B round in the last year, and they are leveraging celebrity partnerships in specific niches to create celebrity-led book clubs and book boxes. So for instance, Steph Curry, Megan Rapinoe, and Richard Branson are all faces of their own Literati book boxes. And ostensibly, they curate the collection, but they seem to have little to do with the actual book discussions. Some of the companies here are just content creators, blogs, podcasts, media companies. Bust is a well-established feminist magazine. Reading Women is a fantastic podcast focused on books by and about women. Book Riot is a content hub focused on progressive books. And truth be told, our content offerings are inspired by Book Riot's model because they've perfected it. But we are so much more than just content. Our virtual book clubs have tried or other virtual book clubs have tried to host Zoom discussions, but Feminist Book Club has really perfected it. We've been doing Zoom even before the pandemic, and our members-only community is a huge value add. And as a company, we walk the walk, and we're well known in the online book community for our integrity and commitment to social justice. I have a deep admiration for all of these companies. That's why they're on this slide. But what they don't have is the same focus, the breadth of resources we offer, and the brand loyalty of our community and this team. So I come to this endeavor from an academic background. I received my bachelor's and master's in communication and gender studies from St. Mary's College at Notre Dame and Northern Illinois University. I spent 6 years at a PhD program at the University of Illinois at Chicago, where I studied online communities and feminist theory. I also volunteer with the YWCA here in Minneapolis as a racial justice facilitator. I've worked for subscription services before in the wellness and fashion spaces, but I've always been a reader. So everything I've done up to this point in my professional, academic, and personal lives has brought me here to lead this company. And while I lacked traditional business training when I started, I'm quick to seek out resources to enhance my knowledge, and I've participated in accelerator and incubator programs such as Lunar Startups and the Tory Burch Foundation Fellowship Program. But I have also surrounded myself with a rock star team from varied backgrounds. Our Captain of Commerce, Sarah Hernandez, is an event management specialist hailing from the service industry with deep connections in the Twin Cities activist and art worlds. Our editor-in-chief, Natalia Santana Pollard, is an emergency management professional by day and a word wizard activist by night, volunteering her time with Moms Demand Action. And Kathleen Ganson's superpower is enriching our customers' experiences through exceptional customer service, having spent several years assisting small businesses in Minnesota, Kentucky, and New York. Our content contributors come from all across the country and bring their brilliant voices and unique perspectives to our blog, podcast, social media channels, and online community. You can see here just how varied their interests and expertise are, and we couldn't be more proud of this team that we've built. So that's our mission and our team. So how does Feminist Book Club actually make money? While the majority of our content is free to access, we have 3 paid plans for even more. So first is our virtual membership, which includes access to our online platform where members can connect with one another, attend virtual events, trainings, and workshops, enjoy Q&A events with the authors, and attend Zoom book discussions several times a month. The profit margin for this product is incredibly high because we are only paying for the platform and the time spent moderating the community. We've put a ton of energy and time into this offering this month especially, and we're hoping to drum up a lot more interest in this over the course of the year. The next level is the book of the month, where we send the subscriber our book of the month each month, plus all of the perks of the virtual community, and we purchase our books directly from the publishers at wholesale rate, giving us a margin of around 35%. And finally, our most popular option is our subscription box. So in addition to the virtual offerings and the book of the month, we curate 3 to 5 products inspired by the monthly theme, and we package it beautifully in a custom gift box, which is perfect for Instagram. We have been nearly doubling our revenue year over year, and we typically experience growth in each quarter. So obviously the holidays are our biggest sales times. And in 2021, we hosted our first holiday market, proving that events will be a lucrative avenue for us as we start to get a handle on safe practices to do in-person events during a pandemic. My 2022 goal is to break 7 figures. And I know that's going to be difficult, but I have a plan and I will share it with you shortly. We serve around 700 to 900 customers a month, and we have a churn rate of less than 10% for our subscribers. And again, keeping with our mission, we do donate 5% of our total revenue to different social justice organizations, and we do like to focus on smaller organizations where our donation can make a big impact. Most recently, we donated to Ukraine's Women's March. So how did we get here? Believe it or not, the vast majority of our growth has been organic. Word of mouth, strategic partnerships, and micro-influencers have garnered the best ROIs for us. Our subscription boxes are created to be shared on social media, which creates organic word of mouth growth. Plus, they make excellent gifts. So when COVID got really bad, many traditional book clubs stopped meeting in person, and we were able to step into that space in people's lives, which encouraged them to tell the rest of their book club members. We've also partnered with some really cool companies and organizations. Our Back to School box in September of 2021 was co-curated with Students United, a Minnesota group focused on eliminating student debt. We also worked with the Women's Funding Network to create swag boxes for attendees of their virtual conference. And I'm excited to share that our April box is in collaboration with Sista Sci-Fi, the first Black-owned bookstore specializing in science fiction and fantasy. And I think Isis, the owner, might be here. Isis, thank you so much for your support. In early 2021, we worked with Bookstagram influencers to create a mutually beneficial partnership program, which resulted in $28,000 worth of signups. And that doesn't include the recurring subscription revenue. We paid those influencers just over $12,000 in commission. It was incredibly successful for us, but in contrast was our attempt at more traditional paid advertising. In Q3 and 4 of last year, we worked with a marketing agency and put around $20,000 into retargeting on Facebook and Instagram and Google ads. And while we saw some traction, we basically broke even. Our numbers show that we would have gotten the same results or better had we invested that budget into micro-influencers. Bookstagram and Book Talk are huge audiences for us, and those consumers really like to spend mindfully and ethically. So we know our audience, we know what works, we just want to do more of that. Because we do have such a good handle on our customer, we'd love to put the $25,000 cash prize into paid investments to get lookalike audiences into our readathon funnel. This would be like pouring gasoline onto an already hot fire. I'm also excited to see how we can work with Attentive to leverage SMS marketing for this event. So the FBC Readathon is our biggest online event of the year, and it's happening again at the end of April. So over the course of 3 days, readers around the world commit to a weekend of reading socially through our social media channels. We post interactive content prompts, encourage participants to interact with one another. Participation requires signing up for our virtual membership, but during that weekend, it's entirely free. And it's the perfect introduction to our brand and our community. In the past, this event has earned hundreds of thousands of organic impressions on Instagram and Twitter. And many of our subscribers first find us through this event. So I'd love to see what happens when we invest this award into a highly targeted and highly strategic ad campaign for the third Feminist Book Club Readathon. And here's that sales funnel spelled out. Customer sees the ad for the readathon. She signs up for the readathon. She's granted the free virtual membership. We get her email address. She's added to our highly effective email welcome series where a coupon offer awaits her. And then ideally, at the end of that, we'll be rolling in coins like Scrooge McDuck. All right, thank you so much for letting me introduce you to Feminist Book Club, and I look forward to your questions.
Renee, I'm blown away by how much you've accomplished. And like I'm just here comparing to what I've done, and honestly, congratulations. That is amazing to see. And Feminist Book Club just sounds like an incredible community you've built. No doubt you're going to go on to continue building this into an incredible thing.
Thank you.
Of course. So judges, I'm going to bring you on one by one. First up, Allison.
Hi, Renee. Thank you so much for taking us through your presentation. I was encapsulated actually reading it. I have a 19-year-old daughter. I actually have 3 daughters, 19, 10, and 7. And as the primary breadwinner in our family and someone that's always also really built a career around trying to be a good example for other women and trying to also to be a great example for my daughters, this really resonated with me. I'm curious on the free model that you have with the free subscription all the way down to the paid subscription.
Mm-hmm.
What's the average conversion from somebody that's actually signed up for the free subscription down to the subscription box itself? As you seem you want to focus on those subscription boxes, and I think I understand why it's more stable recurring revenue, but I'm curious on what that conversion rate looks like today.
Yeah, so our free content isn't subscription based. It's just we find our people on where they are. So whether that's they're on Pinterest reading blog content or Instagram or TikTok, that's all free to access. And so what we do to try to capture that audience is we do a lot of free online events where we get their email address, or we're starting to test out SMS marketing as well, trying to capture their phone numbers. The conversion rate, I don't have hard and fast numbers at my fingertips at the moment, but I do know that about 20% of our email subscribers end up purchasing something from us. So, you know, we've got, I don't know how large our list is, but once we get somebody into our email funnel, it's about a 20% chance that we're going to get them to pay us something.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was just thinking about, you know, if you have like free content and then you've got the book of the month, right? And then you've got another up level, and then you've got the subscription box, being able to continuously monitor and track, you know, what are the steps that somebody goes through in that life cycle? How can I also to put more further nurture and targeting into each of those steps to make sure that somebody doesn't just subscribe to a book of the month, but actually comes in and actually goes for the subscription box too. Because I understand why you'd focus on that, but I think that, you know, analyzing each of those, what they're buying, and then also too, how they're getting to that subscription box would be a way to be able to increase revenue and make that more stable too over time.
Great feedback. Yeah,
but
we love to cultivate FOMO with our book only subscribers. Like, look at all the great things you could be getting if you were to just upgrade to the book or to the box.
Well, I was looking at your website earlier and I was thinking, okay, my daughter just left from spring break yesterday, and I was like, oh, there's some things on here I would have loved to have been able to like also to show her. She's an engineering major, so that's also too a little it's fun. It's a fun time in her life too. So there's things on, I think, your site that even a 19-year-old would also really enjoy. But I was asking about that because I think those are good pockets to look for, so that you can also to think about how do you nurture somebody there, and then how do you diversify even the product offering prior to that, so that it does give you more of an ability to be able to push towards more centric subscription boxes as well. So thank you though for answering, and then also to having such a great value-driven presentation and calls. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Awesome. Hi, Renee. Great presentation. You were just like a delightful ball of articulate energy. It was just so much fun to listen to. So, and also just like great founder market fit in terms of your like clear customer empathy and knowing your numbers and competitive landscape and everything. So awesome job all around. So my question is around really the scalability of the company. And so you have a few plans. I think it's absolutely spot on to start with some sort of a freemium version, get them hooked into the community and the content with the intention to upsell them and really use that free offering as a Trojan horse for customer acquisition. But what does the path to your first million in revenue look like, or your first 10 million in revenue look like? Like when we peel the layers back on subscriptions of this price point, how are you thinking about that in terms of an acquisition, number of customers, timeframes? So walk me through just what that path to scalability looks like.
Right. And that's something that I've been noodling on for a while now, right? And especially with this audacious goal of trying to hit 7 figures this year. Yeah. I think we have done so well at in-person events that, you know, we've earned maybe 30 to 40% of our monthly revenue at events when we show up at events. So being able to be in person again is going to help us a lot this summer. We've already signed on to show at Twin Cities Pride, which is huge and hopefully will be really lucrative for us. And then we hosted our own holiday market that I mentioned, which we sold tables for. So being able to, I mean, this is our office. It's beautiful. We've got a little warehouse too. We can rent this out. So bringing in several streams of revenue, I think, is going to be what tips us over to that $1 million revenue. We are working with advertisers to advertise across our content platforms as well. And so that doesn't mean that we're ignoring, you know, nurturing our subscribers, because that is truly where our passion lies. It's just looking at other ways that we can utilize the platform that we have in order to expand our offerings and bringing in, again, diversifying our revenue streams.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm a fellow Minnesotan, so love to see the
Hey, Renee. How you doing?
So good to meet you.
Thank you. Okay, so how do you fulfill How does it work?
Our small team takes a week to put all the boxes together. We turn on some loud music and we party on.
Rock on, sister. That's all I wanted to know. And I mean, I guess, that doesn't scale necessarily. So as you're looking to crack 7 figures this year, which I think you can do, if you put it out there, you're going to do it.
Thank you.
How are you going to fulfill? Have you thought about fulfillment for that many boxes? So you're talking about like 4x the amount of customers.
Yeah, and that is something that we have been talking to the startup ecosystem here in the Twin Cities to see where there are opportunities. I know, so we're in Minneapolis. St. Paul is our sister city across the street. And Ramsey County, which is St. Paul is in Ramsey County, they have a workforce development program where, especially women are looking for really part-time positions. So this could be a week of the month that they would be interested in. So that's a program that's on our radar should we need it. And we've got the right connections there to pull that lever.
That's great. Love that answer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Renee. I was laughing as you started. You said you were nervous, and I was like, I don't see any nerves at all. So that was amazing. If that's you nervous, that's amazing. I really actually, what resonated with me was the fact that you aren't going the route of competitors and going with the big influencers to put their name on something, and you're truly focused on community. And I think that's powerful. And I was wondering, I have 2 questions. The first one is there an opportunity to somehow capture the benefit of the conversation you're creating? Like, how do you get credit for what the conversations that are happening and the points of view that are now getting, disseminated and shared? And then second, I was curious, how are you picking the books? And what's the selection process, or how are you curated? And what's the value proposition to the authors of the books, or having them brought into your community? I was just wondering if that's also a lever to pull for your acquisition.
Oh, those are great questions. So your first one is about, can you reiterate that?
Is there a way to capture the benefit of the conversation?
I honestly think that it's something that we have dabbled in the past and we could really lean into a little bit more, is bringing those internal conversations within our community and, trickling some of them out into our content. So we could repurpose, if, with consent, obviously, some of the conversations that are happening in our gated community and putting them on our blog or repurposing them on our podcast. I think that would be a way to illustrate, what kinds of conversations happen within the community. As far as how the books are chosen, this is one of my favorite things about the business. So our team selects a theme, and then we take suggestions of books from our community members. And then we compile those of, which books are available, because I don't know if you've heard, but there's supply chain issues. Which books are available to us within our price point. So, we've got some range, and what feels like a good fit for our community at the time. We put together about a dozen books into a poll, and then our members vote on it, and that's how we decide. So our team only decides the theme. We don't necessarily decide which book we're reading. So we don't take pitches from authors or publicists. It is truly community driven. And if it's a book that you've already read or you're just not interested in, we do offer the ability to swap for something else in our library.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Renee, thanks so much. Incredible presentation, and I'm excited to see what you do.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Last but not least, Julie Hackett, Principal, Founder, and Managing Partner of Name Stories. Good luck, Julie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I am so excited to be here and grateful to be among these other amazing female founders. So today I'm here to tell you a story about a company called Name Stories, located in Santa Barbara, California. We are an e-commerce, direct-to-consumer, print-on-demand, personalized gift company that asks the simple question Shakespeare posed 500 years ago: what's in a name? Our core product, Name Stories, are brief but comprehensive stories capturing a name's linguistic origin, meaning, and its contextual journey through time. Each story is an inspirational reminder of our core identity, that one magical word by which we are known. Our mission at Name Stories is to bring a sense of pride, positivity, purpose, and power to as many people as possible, one name, one story at a time. So who are we? My name's Julie Hackett, and I'm the principal founder and chief storyteller at Name Stories. I'm also the majority equity owner and the managing partner. I'm a proven entrepreneur, having already sold a business to Lending Tree. I have two other equity partners, Roland Tanaka, who's my former co-founder of the Lending Tree transaction. He leads up Name Stories marketing, customer acquisition, and growth strategies. And Blair Jeffress, who handles operations, production and fulfillment, and financial reporting. Among the three of us, we have a combined experience of 40 plus years in sales, marketing, and operations in the digital ad space. We launched Name Stories in October of 2018, and in less than 3.5 years, we have achieved $4 million in sales with overall profitability. We are also 100% self-funded. So what are Name Stories? Each product centrally features a single name, the hero of the story, plus its core meaning. The 175-word story breaks down the name's linguistic origin and etymology. The history section explains its endurance, the who and why it survived the test of time, and the usage section discusses when it came into use in the English-speaking world and any particular revivals in fashion it experienced. There's a custom text option at the top, allowing for 30 characters, where the customer can put in a person's birth date, the full name, any special message they want, while the adjectives at the bottom reflect the name's numerology destiny number. This is just another fun way to capture the essence and energy of a name. Name Stories are products with purpose. And as you can see from this adorable customer photo, we spread smiles. So what we offer currently are high-quality art prints professionally printed on heavyweight fine art paper using archival inks. They come in sizes 8x10 and 11x14 with 16 color options. At the end of 2020, we introduced a museum framing option for ready gift giving. Now let's talk about our customers. I'm happy to report we've got two of the biggest segments of the US population loving our product: millennial mothers and baby boomer grandparents. More than 80% of our customers fall into these two age groups. Our customers love us because we offer them a perfect product at the most joyful time of their lives, the arrival of a new baby or grandbaby into this world. Our products also resonate with our customers because they are inspirational, educational, thoughtful, empowering, and they celebrate heritage and cultural identity with positive affirmation. So our market is the personalized gift industry. The act of gifting is as old as humankind and fundamental to the human nature. As we move deeper into the 21st century, gifting has become not just a growing market, but a defining aspect of American culture. The personalized gift market is poised to grow to $11 billion by 2026. 75% of these purchases occur online. Mobile searches are increasing, and the growing purchasing power of millennials is impacting a change in buying behaviors. So as the personalized gift market grows, so too does the number of players in the space. From big brands to small artists, our competition comes in a variety of flavors. But this also presents a problem. The gifting industry is cluttered and noisy. In some ways, it suffers from the Amazon effect and can create shopper fatigue. The traditional space offers the same old, while the personalized marketplaces tend to commoditize their products and make them with much less care and quality. We solve for this by bringing a meaningful, one-of-a-kind product that says to the gift giver, you are a thoughtful and caring person, and to the gift recipient, you are special and unique. Name Stories fosters an emotional connection between the giver and the recipient. Our key competitive advantage is our intellectual property. Over 4 million words of copyrighted content. These stories, for over 4,000 of them, are the result of over 10 years of research and storytelling in the continuity of a single voice. From little-known facts to figurative translations, the particular combination of story elements across the total body of work would be virtually impossible to replicate. Furthermore, the generic term name stories is now a registered trademark and not merely a description of what we sell. So our production and fulfillment is handled by third-party partners in California, Oregon, and Florida. We are a made in the USA company with attention to eco-friendliness. At this stage of our growth, we consider our production and fulfillment one of our key competitive advantages. As a print-on-demand company, we do not carry inventory, so our overhead and operating expenses are low. We can also bring new products to market quickly, and most importantly, focus on building the business. Oh, here's a look at our technology stack. Our website operates on Shopify Plus. We use Klaviyo for our email service provider, Gorgias for customer service, Emotive for our SMS, and Judge Me for reviews. These partners provide the integrations, efficiencies, automation, and support we need to run a 3-person company. Even more, they facilitate revenue growth for us in various ways. Thanks to my partner, Roland Tanaka, and his extensive experience, digital marketing is a core area of expertise for us. Here's a look at our customer acquisition breakdown by channel. The important thing here to note is that we've reduced our reliance on paid social media and have managed to successfully build out our other channels. Now, here's a look at our total sales, which shows how COVID impacted us, but more importantly, it demonstrates our ability to recover. Our 2022 projections are based on new products and increasing our marketing efficiencies, especially growing out our influencer channel on Instagram and building our presence on TikTok, as well as increasing our email database. Our Ebitda numbers by year tells much the same story as our sales numbers. As a growing business, we obviously want to capture as much market share as possible, but being self-funded, we also have to stay focused on profitability right now. And here are some of our key performance indicators. I think it goes without saying, we are constantly monitoring these numbers and finding ways to improve them. Data analysis and optimization is really one of the core principles of our approach. So what's on the horizon? Our self-funded initiatives this year are focused on 3 top priorities. I'm currently working on a rebrand. Now that we have a better understanding of our key customer and how our product captures their heart, we can better shape our customers' perception of the company. Our brand needs better positioning and messaging to bring more continuity of voice, our values, our visual identity, and personality to all of our assets. And I believe this will positively impact all of our KPIs. And product design, expansion, and diversification will be key to our growth and success this year. While it's remarkable, I think that we have managed to get this far as a one-hit wonder, Name Stories transfers well onto other products. This year, we plan to introduce notebooks, journals, and planners. We're also testing puzzles. New products and more appealing designs will open up new markets for us. And just kind of a long-term, some of the sort of go big or go home opportunities we're looking at. While we're a small and nimble business, we are strapped by lack of significant capital to take major actions, which would lead to faster growth. finally, I just threw a slide in there to dedicate this pitch in honor of Women's History Month to my own mother, who was a glass ceiling breaker. Finally, I'll just leave the end here to some of our almost 5,000 5-star reviews and take questions.
Congrats, Julie. That was an incredible story. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to that. Very exciting to see what you've built with name stories.
Thank you.
So our judge Q&A, we're starting off with Mia.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you mentioned a really solid tech stack, and I'm not just saying that because you're using Gorgias. What's really great about your product is you mentioned millennial moms being one of your key customers, and the mom market is so powerful. So their friends will want to gift this, and the chain effect continues. So this creates a really great opportunity for a customer referral or rewards program. Do you have something like that in place currently? If so, how do you leverage it? And if not, is that on the roadmap, and what's the strategy there?
Yeah, we have talked about that. We haven't implemented it yet. I know Roland Tanaka, one of my partners, has been looking into that. So it's definitely on the roadmap. Absolutely. And I agree, you know, like word of mouth is huge. We're really kind of working hard on building a community. So thank you.
Of course. Yeah. Really glad to hear that it's on the roadmap, because rewarding those happy customers is everything. Wonderful pitch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Julie. I loved it. I need to sign up to see the origin of my name, but I wanted to ask, I don't know if you'd mentioned it, but the cost of acquiring a consumer, I didn't know if you had mentioned what your CAC is, but I guess more out of curiosity. So how do you drive repeat purchases? So how do you encourage the consumer to continue to purchase the name store? I'm assuming it's a giftable event, so you're driving it through that.
Right. Our cost per acquisition is $32 right now. And that's really important is repeat purchases. I mentioned on the KPI slide that our return customer rate right now is 29%. Obviously, we use a lot of email marketing, specifically around the big gifting events. As I also said in my presentation, you know, there's kind of a gifting culture in America right now. So, you know, we've been heavily relying on our email marketing for that.
Great. Thank you.
Hi, Julie. Thank you so much for taking us through that. That was actually really interesting. I from the time that was a little kid, my grandmother and my mom always made sure to tell me the meaning of my name and had like lockets made and stuff like that with it. So I find that to be a really empowering thing as a person. And then I'll put a lot of thought in that as well when I named my girls too. You mentioned something on the way in which you were investing your advertising dollars, and that you had declined your spend in paid social and were working to diversify that. Can you help me with understanding a little bit about when you started to not invest as much? Where was the biggest point of investment that you saw the most return?
So in the early stages, right, you know, when you're bring a brand to market, you have to get in front of customers. So we had a really heavy reliance on paid social, which was basically Google search and Facebook and Instagram. About 80% of our new customers were coming through those channels in the first, I'd say, 2 years of business. And since then, we've been able to diversify just by building communities. We have an army of influencers on Instagram, and our email is at 100,000 people. So we are constantly marketing to them as well. I'm not sure if I answered your question.
No, you did. I was just thinking through, you know, when you mentioned that, I started to think through, okay, if one of your biggest competitors also too that you had listed is Etsy, right? And thinking about like building community up around how do you also to take something that is quite custom, something that is also too quite personal, and continue on with diversifying where you're investing further in as you continue to think about, again, that concept of building community. I would also too really highly potentially look at like creator economy, and also think through, what can you do to even localize certain regions as well around what a name story may be, because a name means something even sometimes geographically that is different. And I think that, again, I've seen a lot of our customers here at Attentive and a lot of friends that I have that own D2C brands, they've reduced their social spending. And then when thinking about where do they head next, it's really on channels that build community, but also to channels that we're all in. And as a mom, I know Instagram, I had to learn it because my kids, and that's really helped me with tapping into how to communicate more with a lot of other people. And it's a fascinating thing to continue to think about. How do you take something that's so personal, so meaningful, and build localized communities around that as well? So
yes,
it's just. But overall, I think that it's a fascinating business story, and I'm excited to see where you grow to. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Julie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
So I'm just curious, when you started this business, what problem were you trying to solve in your mind with the name stories?
Well, I actually started it as a baby naming website before the kind of consumption of media moved to the mobile phone, and before Facebook was so huge when you could actually make money, with an ad-supported website. So when the website, just kind of didn't make money, I had all this great content and thought about, like, how can I commercialize this? So that's when I came up with the idea of building these name stories as kind of art prints to celebrate, the birth of new babies. And I went on Etsy first. I made them in PowerPoint. I'm not a graphic designer. I went on Etsy first, got proof of concept. And then I just really wanted to build, a brand where, I had total control.
Got it. I liked hearing the origin story that it was originally a baby naming website. So thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Julie. Our judges are very active in the private group chat we have set up right now. They are and have been deliberating over all three pitches. This is going to be a very, very tough decision. So I'm going to call back Philomena and Renee to the stage. Philomena, where are you? Hey, congrats.
Hello, thank you.
How do you feel? I mean, we're still live, but pitches are over. How do you feel?
Relieved.
For sure. All three of you did an incredible job. So we're just going to give the judges some time to deliberate quickly here and ultimately pick the winner. So in the meantime, I want to go around and ask quickly, what would you do with the prize winnings from this ClearPitch? I know that we did answer that in some of our pitches, but let's remind the audience right now. So Renee, do you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I would love to see where we could go by doing some really targeted paid advertising for our readathon at the end of April. And I don't know if I'm ready to put all $25,000 into that. But it would also be really helpful to put part of it towards inventory so we can source our products a few months in advance. It would help us plan our growth and our fulfillment.
Amazing. I'm keeping eyes on the group chat to make sure that where deliberation is happening. Philomena, what would you want to put the prize winnings towards?
Yes, so we have some purchase orders that we have to complete. So I would definitely put the money towards inventory.
Amazing. Yeah, inventory is always needed. And Julie, what about you?
I think two things. I said I was working on this brand refresh and putting it towards actually bringing it to reality, which would be a lot of the graphic design and web development work. But also we're really eager to test direct marketing, like snail mail.
Yeah, very interesting. So we have a winner. I'm going to call all of our judges back onto the stage who are still with us. Great. I think we got everyone here. Amazing. I see you, Allison, Mia, Karen, Jessica, Shanna. Thank you so much for judging ClearPitch today. It is a very tough decision. all 3 finalists. You should be extremely proud of what you've accomplished. So I'm going to pass it over to Shanna Randava from Estee Lauder Companies to announce our winner.
Well, thank you. Thank you to all my judging partners for helping deliberate with me. And thank you for ClearCo for bringing us all together. I think the one thing that all of the pitches highlighted and all the conversation highlighted is that we all, as women, have unique and diverse unmet needs, niche communities, and stories to tell that need to be addressed and financed. And I hope that this further amplifies that effort. Unfortunately, we did have to pick one winner, and it was difficult. But I wanted to thank all of you again for participating. But the winner for today is Philomena Kane. And
Thank you.
I think it was clear there's a problem. There's a clear problem that you're addressing, Philomena, and you have the pathway, and you know the pathway to using your core community and extending beyond that community to scale this brand. And we hope that we're allowing you to do this as quick as possible. And I strongly believe, and I believe all the judges do, that you are the right founder to drive this. And we hope you continued success.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Alyssa, my head of operations is here and she's screaming.
So well deserved, Philomena. Congrats. Renee and Julie, thank you so much. You guys are incredible. And again, we are so excited to see what you build. Thank you to our partner co-hosts from Attentive, Gorgias, IFundWomen, New Incubation Ventures at Estee Lauder Companies, and Hannah Gray. You're an incredible group of women. I'm so happy to be on the stage with you today. Thank you again. We really hope to see everyone soon. Have a great weekend.